Yeah. You are live.
It says that, but are we?
We are. I mean, probably, right?
Maybe.
Yep. We live. How y'all doing?
I wish I was ordering nuggies right now. Holy.
Ooh,
Use some lunch. I'm
not,
starving.
They are not in my new diet, so I'm not sure that would work.
Extra nuggies for DJ. Got it.
Ooh, extra nuggies would be pretty good. Yeah. Nuggies!
Send me some. Mom, where's the nuggies?
Dude, I've eaten five times today. No, 4 times. 4 times today, and I'm so hungry. This new diet sucks. We can talk about it later if you want.
I'd rather not.
I've lost 2 pounds this week.
See, that's a start.
Yeah, but like I weigh like 10 pounds more than I did a year ago still.
Did you? You could have probably lost 2 pounds if you started the stream off right.
But I didn't need to.
Oh, just saying. A realtor supposedly could help you drop the 2 pounds if you needed to.
Well, I don't need a realtor visit this week. What I do need is for Secret Lab to not lose my package in the mail, but we'll talk about that in an hour and a half.
You should send me something from Secret Labs. My chair is broken. I need a new chair.
Oh, it's not a chair. It's desk that I could press a button and it goes.
That's right. You want the raising desk?
Yeah, but like, it's all here, right? The accessories, the legs, even the desktop. It left Salt Lake City, Utah last Saturday, and currently they don't know where it is. The FedEx, you're awesome, man. You're awesome.
That's strange. Hey, listen, shipping's hard, all right? I mean, I'm shipping something to Canada. Let me know how that works out for you.
I did, yeah. I sent Jake collector's edition of Farm Sim 22.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. How'd that work out? Was it easy?
It was $42 to get it past the that little line right between USA and Canada. Yep. That was expensive.
And the funny thing is, he probably got charged customs or duties on it when he picked it up as well.
Oh, no, I paid for all those.
Yeah, it's funny because every once in a while you still got to pay him on the way in. It's a bizarre.
Oh,
they try to rip you off all the time. It drives me bananas.
It was a gift. I didn't want him to have to pay for it, so I did that. But the thing was, the collector's edition was a gift to me, and I was gonna give it to him. Like, hey, you've done a lot of stuff for the channel. You did it's super cool. Very thankful. Here, here's. So, Mouse, you're not getting nothing ever again.
It's the last time.
It's the last time.
Everybody,
welcome to the Farm Sim Show podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the new DLC announcement. I have my thoughts. Clutchy Poo has his thoughts. We'll try and meet in the middle, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to. We're also going to talk about the Logging League season or round number 5 for the Farm Sims guy on OxygenDavid. That is neither modern news nor Farm Sim news, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Klutch didn't even know until just now.
I
got
didn't.
some modders to talk about, some mods. There weren't many. But
we can talk about that too. But I mean, you have some. Don't you have some inside baseball on that?
I do. Yeah. It is mods should be getting back to normal soon.
Good. So there's your inside baseball on why mods haven't been out. Got it.
and that's about it. We have a little bit to talk about, but a lot in those things to talk about. Plus some modders like Agritono, EY Modding, Hispano, LR Modding, JHHG and Sid, plus OxygenDavid, and a name we haven't spoken about in a long time, Mr. Daggerwood. He's in the show. He doesn't know he's in the show, but he's in the show. He didn't respond to my email 2 years ago to be on the show, but he's on the show.
I feel like you're just throwing out names. You're like that guy at the party that's just throwing names out, the people that try to make himself look like a big deal.
You want to know something funny? Say that. So I was at GameStop. I live in kind of like the middle of nowhere, more or less. And we have one GameStop. And the closest one from us is like 40 minutes away.
Yep.
So I was there picking up a copy of Farm Sim 23. That way I could put it, on my little display in there. Because I got 17 or Nintendo Switch version. and 20, and I wanted to put 23 beside it. And I was looking at computer parts, and while I was waiting, and a kid comes up, he's like, "Do you know anything about computers?" And I was like, "Oh yeah. So what are you wanting to do?" And he was talking about wanting to build one, and I didn't want to be like that guy. Okay. But I asked him, I was like, if you could pick your perfect computer, what would you pick? And he was like 3060 Ti with an i7. I was like, all right, but like that's nowhere near the top. And so we
did you have to enlighten him?
Anyway, he didn't believe me that I had a 4090, so I had to show him a picture of it. And then the person at the front did not believe me when I told him that I was getting the game just to put on a wall. and
they obviously haven't been in your chat before, or you're know anything about your usual
I told him, I was like, yes,
disorder that you deal with here. That's all.
It was so funny because I'm sitting here trying to be like, yeah, you know, I do farming simulators. I have a great relationship with Giant Software, who's the creators of the game, and you know, I've had it for a little while now, but I just wanted to get this for my collection. That way I could have it, and then, you know, try to tell them like this is the only game I play. Trying to get that across to him because I knew what was happening next. And then as check it out. Are you interested in any other games? Can we get you signed up for any pre-orders? We got this and this. I'm like, dude, I don't even know what those games are. Like when I told you I played Farming Simulator only, did you think I knew what other games were?
You got Forza.
I do. GameStop be like, who this guy? Yo, the other person that used to work there, she knew who I was because she watched my channel. This dude didn't. Anyway, I think you weren't starstruck at all. Then is what happened. I mean, I just feel like, is there like a point to the story where you're going to be like the guy who throws somebody else's name out there and like, oh, you know this guy? No, every time I go to GameStop, it's just another bad experience, and just I leave feeling so uncomfortable and awkward. I just need to quit going there.
Well, it could be like the mom who's trying to buy her 7-year-old like the latest, most violent game or Grand Theft Auto or whatever, and he's trying to convince her that it's totally fine for him to play it.
Yeah.
Saying. No.
Anyway. Red killing me. Man.
I got nothing else to say on that. No, we'll talk about all this stuff. Something about us not playing the game. I don't even know anymore.
We don't play the game.
There we go.
At least on this show, but we are going to talk about it. So if you are here for gameplay and only gameplay, we're probably going to let you down. Although Virtual Farmer is going live in like 20 minutes, so you don't have to wait long.
There you go. Watch his stuff instead. It's much more entertaining than us most of the time, anyways. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we'll let you know when he goes live. That way, you guys can just get out of here.
You're probably not going to hear what we want to say, anyways. Let's be honest today.
Nope, but we're glad to have you. We are going to do the thing where like it just like randomly just goes to something else while I'm talking.
Wow, you were like mid-sentence there. Like mid-sentence.
I thought it was going to take longer than that.
That's what you said.
I am talking to. He's the one that hit the button, not me.
But you know, what if I were to tell you that there's something that I could do that'd be much more reliable than what I just did to you there?
Okay, what would it be?
It would be our sponsor of today's show, G-Portal Game Servers. You want to talk about reliability? Go check out G-Portal Game Servers. You're getting the best servers, the most reliable servers. They are up 99.9% of the time. You're getting a ton of mod space, and I think they're the cheapest ones for the size of mod space you get as well. DJ and I both use them exclusively. I've got, I think, 4 servers right now going, to be perfectly honest, that we tend to test to the boundaries of. If you guys have been watching any of the streams recently, there might be something going on. We're going to talk about that today as well. But telling you they're the best servers to get. You get 10% off right now. Go down to the links down in the description. Use either my link or DJ's link, and yeah, you get 10% off today on your G-Portal game server. And thanks to them for sponsoring the show once again today. Cheers to G-Portal. Go check them out for all your server needs.
DLCs work on servers. Segue.
Oh boy, do they though?
They do. So we'll give you some factual information to start with. New Hay and Forge Pack DLC will be releasing in a week and a half on Tuesday. What's the date? I didn't even write it down. I'm an idiot. June 13th. For all platforms, 17 new machines and tools heading our way. It'll be $10 USD. That may translate different ways, different parts around the world. And you guys can pre-order it right now by using the ref link DJ GoHam or Klutch Sim. If you own the year 2 season pass, you will get it part of that. We got new brands, Braumeier, Reform, and Ryder, as well as new machinery from Krona, Pottinger, Ridgetrack, and Sepnusel. We'll also be getting specialized tractors with slope compensating cabins. I know what that is. Precise mowers with side shift functionality. Don't know what that is. And ideal ground adjustments. Don't know what that is either. We got fact sheets for some of them today. We have 4 fact sheets with 6 pieces of equipment that came out today to get a little bit closer of a look to it.
We can probably look at those fact sheets right there. There we go.
So
it's looking somewhat similar, to say the least, to a certain other DLC we've seen in the past
for a different game. No farm sim.
Yep.
I kind of look at this as like a Alpine Part 2, which, saying Alpine Part 2, I'm actually cool.
Oh, it hurts me. I'm not gonna lie.
This isn't as awful as GTA. Well, Dylan, they have DLCs coming out the same day. So if you like Grasswork, got that, and Plains, you can do that the same day.
I'm a little lost on this DLC. I'm still trying to figure this all out, to be honest with you.
I'm going to hit you with some more factual information if you're ready for it.
You don't fire away.
All right. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
This DLC probably isn't hitting as hard with our communities.
100%.
So we are probably going to see in our comments, as well as this chat right now, we would expect to see not as many people excited about this as they would for, say, example, the Borgo DLC in Farm Sim 19, or maybe even the Kubota or Vermeer DLCs last year. Stuff that like, oh, I know what that is, and that's new to Farming Simulator. I like that. Let's do it.
Yep.
So there's a couple other things, some more factual information.
Yep.
This is DLC number 2. We have 4 DLCs plus a game expansion this year. So we have more time for things to get better for our communities, for the things that they want to see. More factual information. We don't have to buy everything, though. If you get the season pass, it is disappointing when there's something that you wouldn't have bought otherwise. That is factual.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's other factual information as well, but I'm sure we would love to hear from you.
I think you did a poll on this as well on your channel about what people's thoughts were, or if they're picking this up.
I didn't really need to do one of those.
I didn't either. I took a quick look.
You did. I voted on it.
There's 30% are saying that they're planning on getting it. Now, it's interesting. So 30% is just saying they're getting it. I got 43% saying, no, I'm not interested. And you got another 28% saying they're going to wait till they see more details on it, whether or not, maybe some reviews and whatever else. What's interesting is the people that said they're getting it. There's a lot of people in that group as well that are saying that they're getting it only because they've got the season pass.
Yep.
So I think that may be skewing that poll potentially. I don't know to what degree, but it's interesting nonetheless that we're looking probably close to 50% are saying no thanks, and I think that's got to be the highest of a DLC pack that I've seen so far.
It is definitely the highest of a DLC pack that we have seen so far, at least with Farm Sim 22, possibly with the exception of Antonio Carrero, but that was, I believe, I don't know if that was pushed up, but I do know that that there were extenuating circumstances for his life personally, Antonio, where I think they wanted to get this out get that out as soon as they could, so that he could see it in his lifetime. We could put it that way.
It's funny because I wouldn't say I hated on the Antonio Carrera pack. I wasn't thrilled with it, but there's something with the Antonio Carrera pack that I brought that this pack doesn't, and it's just something that you've got actual pieces of tractors that we don't really have in game. We didn't have a lot of that stuff in game already. Like it filled out that whole niche. Yeah, I feel that this one doesn't really do anything we don't do.
So that is, but I think there's some other things that we don't quite understand, or maybe it's just me. That could definitely be it. The slope compensating cabins, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
The precise mowers with side shift functionality, I don't know what that is.
Well, I'm assuming that's being able to move it off to the side, your side shift.
Mows it and then puts it off. Okay. And then ideal ground adjustment. And they also had said something about transport of something. Not quite.
Let's take a quick look and see if I can see it here. I don't know what we're talking about now.
I believe they're talking about the loading wagon.
Must be, right?
If I were to go back and take a look. But we have new brands coming in, which is always good. That means new brands. Mods can come for these brands. This is equipment that I'm definitely not familiar with. And I'm sure that you are not familiar with this either.
No. Did you assume because you don't think I'm going to know? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just, look, assuming just means that I'm wrong all the time. So I'm trying to be better. One thing I will say, it is $10, which is relatively cheapish for a DLC that we've seen.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's coming with 17 new stuff. We got five new machines and 12 new implements.
You are much more positive than I thought you were going to be on this.
Well, I've done my due diligence this week.
Okay, fair enough.
So
this is my problem with this is still the fact that everything we're getting in this pack, really for the most part, has been done with mods already, to some degree. There's nothing that we can't do. What I personally want to see Giants do now is focus away from the equipment and move into gameplay changes or like packs for a certain thing. And this doesn't really push that niche as far as I'm concerned.
Yep.
Like I've talked before, maybe like an animals pack or something along those lines. What they could have done with this one, which would have changed my whole opinion of it, is made it simple. Like they're talking that it's, what is it? What's the pack called again? Where hay and what's the full name of it? Hay and forage. Okay, we're talking hay. Why can't they? Why wouldn't they have made it so we could cure hay in fields? Like for instance, like what old seasons used to do in 19.
Yeah.
Like changed a fundamental part of the gameplay and made it more realistic, or something that actually works, or what actually happens. Why wouldn't you just change the gameplay a little bit and make it, oh yeah, this pack now changes the way the game works, and just that would have probably changed it completely in my mind on how this DLC goes for me. That's a pretty minor thing, I think. Well, and I would have loved to have seen that happen at least.
Mine's even more minor than that, which would put me more at ease, I think, is calling it the Alpine DLC Part 2.
Yeah, maybe.
And
maybe that would have been it too.
And so, I'm saying, hey, in Farm Sim 19, we got the Alpine game expansion, which brought us a new map, which brought us all kinds of new machinery that we never used before and allows you to get in places that makes it a whole lot easier. Well, now that map is in Farming Simulator 22, let's push things even further and push it to the extreme and see what we can really do other than what we already could.
Fair enough.
And that's just a description.
Yeah, you're not entirely wrong with that. That might have changed some of people's opinions of it, especially over on this side of the pond, because I feel like most people over here are like, well, what is this stuff? Like what? I've never seen this equipment. I've never heard of this brand before.
I'm just waiting on those versatile tractors that were scanned like 8 months ago. Remember that?
Yeah. I always expected those to be just a mod, like an official Giants mod.
So you think maybe with the next game?
No, just like what they did with the Massey Ferguson tractors that they pushed out like a month ago. They just dropped those mods. I almost expected that to be what those versatiles are going to be.
Man,
it's funny. Like,
go ahead.
That Massey stuff could have almost been a DLC.
Could have, yeah. Well, we thought it was because we got screenshots. What was it in December?
Yeah.
Of the Massey stuff, and we're told, you could show if you want, but maybe hang out.
Yeah.
Hey, Farmulator, what I did?
Like I full on expected when we talked about that, like, oh, that's got to be something to do with the DLC then, if that's what it is. And they just, hey, you know what? Here you guys go. Have some free tractors, and I kind of think that was better than this DLC. To be honest with you, that's more useful in my mind for what I do in Farm Sim 22 at least.
Yeah. So look, I've had some interesting thoughts about this because I have thought a lot because no one got early access to the information, so partners got the same information at the exact same time that the community did, and I know partners and ambassadors were like, hey, were we supposed to know about this?
Yeah.
We didn't know about this.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot at one time, and I've had quite a few conversations this week about this DLC and about all the stuff in it. And I kind of had a little bit of a thought, and I want to see what you think about this. Okay, so we've kind of gotten used to free stuff here and there. Like once every couple months, we'll get some free equipment thrown in. The Massey stuff was the most recent with the Fent. If we didn't get any free stuff from Giants, do you think that would make this any easier?
Maybe.
Or more attractive? Even though it's not the same equipment, it does seem like we're getting a lot of grass equipment. I will say that. But do you think if we weren't getting all the free stuff, then this would be like, okay, another DLC?
I don't know if that would have anything to do with it. I think the bigger fact is that the modding community really supplements Farm Sim to such a degree that you can't even compare it to any other game, I don't think, that has the same community around. I mean, like I said, all this equipment for the most part is done with various mods that are out there. Like there's people that have created mods that can do all the stuff we're doing now. So it really makes it difficult unless you are super stoked on a brand potentially, which all the power to you. This is cool. We've got this new brand in game now. If this is the brand that you want to see in game, hey, that's cool. Like that's how I was with Kubota, at least, right? Like you got tractors, but now I got Kubota. But anyways, the fact that we've got modders that make all this stuff that is exactly the same in a lot of ways, I have a tough time. I think Giants must have a bit of a tough time with the sell on this as well when they start making this stuff, because it's like, well, yeah, there's already this stuff that's in there. Are people going to want to buy this? And I can understand that being a struggle, and that's kind of like why I always say it's like, okay, instead of worrying so much about specific brands of equipment, like getting brands in game is going to be something you have to push, of course, being a simulation type game. That's great, but maybe worry more about the feature sets and changing that and updating that to make it more realistic, or changing the way the game works so it's better, more usable, more I don't know, I don't want to say feature rich, I guess might be the way to describe it, but maybe work on that so that there's more features that get added in with the DLCs rather than just necessarily equipment, unless there's something fundamentally new that comes out that we want to have in game. I think that's the way they need to start looking now.
I'm not sure I have much more to add to that.
Hey, look at that, big brain.
So one thing that really helps with stuff like this is comments. Even if you see the same comment 1,000 times in a video, feel free, please give us your opinions and your suggestions. If you think like, hey, this would be better if this, or at least this wasn't a thing, or this or that, please let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you. We want to see it. And if you're watching this as a replay, let me know. Just make 1,000 comments. Tell me everything.
And that's what we always say. Like we're kind of bagging a little bit on this DLC. I don't think most people in our communities are all that happy to see this DLC be announced. There's a few people that are like, oh, this cool brand, that's great. But most of us as a whole, I think it's somewhat like, oh, this is not really what I was hoping for. We're not here to bash Giants for what they do, because whatever, we still put thousands of hours into this game, so we want to make this game better and make everything better for everybody in this. So coming up with new ideas and leaving the comments on what you guys want to see definitely helps them out, and it helps us to be able to talk about this later on, because we look at your comments and we're like, oh, well, this is what our community is interested in, and chances are we're probably interested in the same thing. I don't know, anything else? I don't know what else to say to this.
It's good. Things are good. So,
I got a quick question for you.
Yeah.
We had the Gurvile pack earlier this year.
Yes.
Now you got the Hay and Forge pack.
Okay.
How do you feel they compare? Do you have a favorite if knowing what you know right now of the Hay and Forge pack? What do you think between the two?
The cool thing about the Gurvile stuff was the stationary balers, where you could just keep making bales over and over and over again and throw them in the storage that was added very soon thereafter.
Yep.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
This, I will say, gives you all the other equipment that you could need for doing stuff like that, for very specific areas. And I'm trying to think of some maps where this would be super beneficial. And maybe, obviously, I don't know every single map in the game, even though Showcase some of them.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, the what was it, Erlegrad? Yep. This is definitely pushing towards that. So
yeah, it's more of a Alpine style map. I 100% agree. Right, this new DLC, smaller equipment. No 3-meter plows, unfortunately. I was hoping to see one in there, but no luck, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely more like I said, it's all the what is it, the auto correcting cabs and everything, so you can work on hillsides and everything else is the whole idea behind this.
Yep.
There are definitely a lot of maps that this equipment will work great on. More smaller size farms, of course, more European style farms is what this is kind of designed towards. So and that's a lot of why I kind of have a not a negative feeling, but I'm not excited for this DLC in my personal opinion, because typically the farms I design and build and work on are typically North American style, where it's fairly massive, right? Like,
yep.
So that's the struggle. Of course, you have to go to a global audience, and I understand the giants are European companies, so this is what they know. And I'm sure there's a huge market for all this stuff still too. So it's tough for me to complain too loud, but there's some things I would love to see that would have been like the small little changes to this pack that could have made me a lot more excited for it personally.
Yep. You're right. Doing your thing.
One rotator harvesters. Let's not do that.
Yeah,
see,
that's
like
custom modding the
farm. Yeah.
Could be good. Yeah, not bad.
Like the Oxy, a lot of Oxy's maps.
Yep.
They could be used on pretty much all of those ones for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of options out there, and it's just another tool in the toolbox. So if you could go without a day with coffee and you just want to buy some $10 DLC, it's just going to give you some more tools. And the other thing is, it seems like, I'm trying to think now, like the Gurvile pack had some stuff that wasn't really announced that got included with it, right? I'm trying to think now. Like, the shed and everything, wasn't that kind of like a last minute kind of?
It wasn't. That's not in the DLC. That's just part of the game.
Yeah, but it came out at the same time, right? Yeah, and it was kind of to complement it. I'm wondering if we're going to get anything like that with this pack.
I would be very interested to see. What do you think would be good with that? Obviously, we have a place to store all the bells now, and we have places to store everything else.
Yeah.
Bells were the only thing left. And now we can store pallets of bells, all the production chains, all the bells that we can make, everything that is made.
The one thing that I said, allow us to cure hay in the field. Don't make us use a tedder. That's the one thing. If you could do that, please do that, Giants. Please. That would change my whole opinion of this.
You know, you could use
you could use mods. Plus. You're right.
You could use Maize Plus. I don't think you can cure it, but you could go over it 4 times.
Yeah, that's not what I want to do either. And I mean, there are mods that allows it to come out cured right away, like the Heston baler, the Heston mower pack and all that, right? Like that'll dry your hay, your grass that you go over and turn it to hay. So let me grow some stuff in the field. God, conditioner mowers. There you go, Tony. I get it.
Just you got it.
Let it do it in game. Don't make me get a special mower just for it. Come on.
BF just went live, by the way. So if you guys are waiting on that,
if you want to see some gameplay of somebody, go check it out.
There you go. Speaking of gameplay, tomorrow is going to be kind of fun because the Logging League returns for round 5.
I like your who was that had like the big jowls and he'd shake his head and his, you don't even know who it is, never mind.
Beethoven? Like the doll?
Beethoven?
The 1990s movie?
Beethoven.
Logging
you're talking about the dog. I thought you were talking about like actual Beethoven. Never mind. Okay.
Deaf or something. Anyway, Logging League returns this weekend. OxygenDavid and the Farm Sim Guy will host round 5 tomorrow. Teams challenge each other this weekend. Will determine rankings leading into the finals, with places still up for grabs. So check them out. OxygenDavid and the Farm Sim Guy, super easy to find on their YouTube channels and watch the streams. All the good stuff. Let's see, stream start 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. It's 1 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. UK time.
Is the Logging League more popular than the FSL in some areas, you think?
Well, I think it's just different. I mean, these guys made a thing, just like Driver 53 did his thing.
Fantastic. It's awesome.
Yep. I mean, they got Thrustmaster to sponsor it. That's pretty cool.
I'm just kind of blown away by it. I just think in some markets that the Logging League might be more popular, like especially in North American markets where they haven't really broken in the Farm Sim League yet. There's a lot of guys I know that don't follow any farm sim league stuff, but they know the logging league guys, and that's cool.
Yep.
Amazing what you can do if you bring your community part of stuff like that. That's awesome.
Another thing, real quick, talking about Farm Sim League, when is that going to be released for consoles? I've heard June, and it is said on the official Farming Simulator website, June. It is June. Let's go. That's all I got.
Maybe soon. I am surprised at how little the North American market seems to care about the Farm Sim League right now. Still,
I think once it drops on consoles, I think it's going to be a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit better, more popular, and players will be able to play more and hang out with friends. Because I mean, not having it on consoles is basically saying to 60 to 70% of your players, "Sorry, you can't use this."
I agree.
Now they can.
I was kind of flabbergasted by it when just looking at like the various videos that you and I did and a bunch of other people in the community made, and looking at the comments and the actual viewership of those videos, and people were just like not
they were
interested.
Low. They were very low.
It surprises me. That's all, because I think it's a whole like I'm excited to see it. It's like there's certain people that don't play farming sim because it's like there's no competitiveness in farming simulator typically.
Well,
and now all of a sudden you've got this whole game mode, actually 2 game modes technically, where you can be officially competitive, and keep track of stuff officially. And I think it's cool, and I'm surprised that there's not more people that are interested in that yet in this side of the pond, at least. So I know Virtual Farmer's got his stuff going on there. But yeah, anyways, surprise.
Guess we're gonna find out here in the next, I don't know, month. Yep. So there you go. So that's
there's a guy that's gonna be pushing that stuff out. The 53. Yeah.
There you go.
If you guys haven't checked out any of the arena mode stuff, both DJ and I have some stuff posted on that. Lots of other content creators have got stuff posted, like Driver 53 as well. So go check out the streams. Of course, Farm Sim League is always live. Virtual Farmer is one of the announcers for it. So go check that out on their official channels over on usually Twitch, I think, right? They don't do it on YouTube, do they?
They do. There's a FSL YouTube channel.
Oh, there is too.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, you should go check it out though. If you haven't checked it out before, it's very cool. And
it's fun.
Hopefully, with the advent of console players getting involved, it kind of brings it over to this side as well. Because I'd love to see more people doing it.
Yep. And one of my favorite things is when you get in chat.
Yeah.
With them doing the full things, all you got to do is just say hey, and then they'll say hey back. Kind of fun. I like being. I don't know very many other esports where they interact with the chat while their esports going on. Anyway, we got some others to talk about.
Before we get to modders, I got a question for you. Do you want to? I know we've already kind of talked a little bit about some things, but do we want to talk about the stuff that's broken right now in Farm Sim?
All right, look, I didn't know much about this, but I yeah, I mean, you should, and then I'm just gonna react.
Should we watch that? Should I put the video up in here? Let's see if I can bring this up.
You should definitely show that video because my jaw was on the floor when I saw it.
Let's see, can I bring these out? Let's see, I have them live. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, I know where they are. I can bring these up live. I think
this was new to me. I knew that something was going on because I had spoken with QA.
Yeah.
Kind of asking about like, hey, mods have been kind of lax the past couple weeks.
Yep.
What's going on? They said, well, the game's broken. Well, they didn't say that. They did not say that. I interpreted the game's broken and we're fixing it. There was one part of the game was not working the way that it did before 1.9.1, and they were fixing it to get it back to that point. And DJ is like, oh, it was broken. They're fixing it. So that's not what they said. I promise.
So just to put this into a bit of context, what we're talking about are the way the bales react with each other. Now, on all the auto-loading trailers, like so your base game auto-loading trailers, the way the bales come off, you might have noticed since the last update that things are acting a little bit funny and suspicious.
I did not notice this.
Yeah, so they come off and because you know how the Anderson and what's the other one, the Acuren? when the bale trailer tips up, and then the bales kind of slide off the back, and they all just kind of stay in a neat little stack.
Yeah, you just gotta pull forward a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You don't usually need to even pull forward that far, though, right? Like it's
Right.
like half the bales come off, then you kind of pull forward a little bit, and the other half will kind of slide off.
Okay.
Well, right now, when you pull off those bales, a lot of the times they don't come off nice, and they just kind of go poof and boom, and just go kind of everywhere for a bit, which isn't the end of the world. Now, what we were doing the other night was actually with the Anderson bale wrapper. So that makes the long bale snakes for silage, basically. And this is the square bales. And as soon as it disconnected, well, let's see if I can just hit play. This is what happened. And it just kind of got a life of itself. So the way the bales are like connecting to each other, there's something going on with them. And I think this is the part of the problem that Giants is trying to fix, because I don't think they have a solution for it yet, or they haven't posted a solution. So hopefully before the DLC comes out, they have some kind of an update.
Haven't posted, but I'm guessing whatever the solution is will release with the next patch, which we should be getting a new patch before the next DLC. So we'll see.
Yeah. So anyways, if you guys are using the Anderson bale wrappers to make this is probably the worst thing you could do, because these things are ridiculous. I feel bad for Trucker Mats. If you want to go check with the live streamer, Lane Brown put a short on his channel of us stuffing like 4 of these bale snakes into a shed for Trucker Matsy. And anyways, you can have fun with your friends. It's kind of fun to play with right now, but not great for feeding your cows. I'm just saying, because you got to go chase your bales all over the map. Anyways, I don't know. Do we have any more what's left on this? Oh no, we lost it. Anyways, we stuffed a bunch of our bales with stuff on here. It was too much. Anyways, yeah, I'll maybe make some shorts on that stuff as well. Go check out the live stream if you guys are interested. In fact, we just ended one of the live streams where we messed with it a little bit more. But it's if you guys are having issues with it, Giants is aware of this problem. It sounds like I haven't gotten word like specific this issue, but I'm assuming this is what they're talking about.
I believe that's what they're talking about.
So yeah, if you got the Anderson bale wrappers from the mod hub, go mess with it. If you want to have some fun before they patch it, yeah, go check it out, because it does make for some interesting stuff. They become kind of like they're alive. It's
and remember, if you're on Steam, you can always go back a version in the game, as long as everybody else
can too, can't you? I forgot about that.
And I think the Giants version you can as well.
I've never tried doing that before. I always just kind of go with the current one. I'm like, oh yeah, let's just leave it alone.
Yeah, I think it would be different if you didn't, if this wasn't part of your job, but staying up to date is not a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is the one you showed me.
So Lane actually grabbed onto it here. We just kind of stuffed it inside the barn on him. See if you can go to see inside the barn. If I can get in here. There you go. This is what it looks like inside the barn once you have it in. It's trying to just beat up all his equipment. So no one's touching this thing, and it's on a G Portal server, I might add. And it's just kind of whipping around inside there, beating up every piece of equipment he had in his barn.
Yeah. So is this still like in his barn right now?
It is. In fact, there's 4. Well, we unwrapped one of them just to see if you could get the silage out of it after it fermented for the time period it needed to ferment. But there's still 3 other ones that are about this length, just going around in circles in here and beating up all the equipment.
So there's not that one. There's 2 more in there.
Yeah. So
that sucks.
I mean, it is kind of fun.
Wasn't it his birthday the other day? Was this a birthday present? That's great. Nick's like, yeah, there's a few in there.
Like I said, if you guys are looking to have a little bit of fun right now, and not take things too seriously, get in with some friends and mess with the bale wrapper. It's pretty good. Or just do it by yourself.
Trucker Matsy, I guess.
Just saying, it's an interesting little glitch that's happening right now. I don't think we're gonna see it. What's that? It's not a bug, it's a feature. Anyways, super fun. Hopefully, like I said, this doesn't last forever, because I do want to use more of that Anderson bale wrapper. And there we go.
Simon, this is part of what, at least as far as I know, part of what they're up to is that as well, because that was one of the things that I was told.
Okay. Also, hopefully, Farm Giants, hopefully you guys know about that and are fixing that, because I mean, it's not always fun, but it's fun the first time it happens. I mean, after the 6th or 7th, you're like, okay, this is getting sick of this.
Can confirm they know about it.
Good. There you go.
And I can confirm that Agritono's got 2 new mods, but I cannot confirm what's going on with the trucks. Can I tell you about this?
No, you did not. I don't know about this.
All right. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? You want to pull up some screenshots while I talk about this?
I'm on it. I'm clicking the linky links.
Click at the link. So Agritono has got a couple things for us. Earlier this week, they showed off their Case IH 150 series Combine Harvester, which was on the testing list yesterday or today. They have been working on this new harvester in the background. Didn't tell us about it, and it's already with Giants waiting testing, and I think it went into testing this week. The mod's got 2 different models: a smaller model for the 4150 and a larger model to host the 5150, 61, and 7150. These are for all platforms, and as I had mentioned, they are currently, were pending testing. I'm pretty sure they're on the list now.
Okay.
I love the small, like the medium to small or case combines. Like, these are my favorite. Just period, straight up, these are my favorite. So I can't wait to see this.
Looks like he's got some options on this one where you can open the sides up and everything, get some more details from the sides, and do some RP with that if you wanted to as well, which is kind of nice.
Yes, very, very cool stuff. Agritono does a really good job with pretty much everything they do. Hopefully this will break. I'm sure it will. They've got some other stuff, so they're working on a new cotton words. Man, I tell you what.
Go. That's what you're looking for right here.
Yeah, that's it. So he's finished up another cotton harvester for all platforms, John Deere FS690. Nice. With a new 8-row head. There's also a 6-row, but they're still working on that as of this morning. Agritono says that the mod pack will be soon uploaded for testing and adjusting trucks, which I think they mean that once these are done, they're going to work on the trucks. But I have no idea if that's the right thing or not. And furthermore, I have no idea what's going on with 3500. So unless they posted since I wrote this an hour and a half ago, I got nothing on the trucks. I want to see them too. That's all I got. That's all I know about that.
All right.
So that's information that I have, and now you have that information.
You passed it along.
You feel more full now that the information has been provided.
That's the right word, but we'll go with it.
I'll take it. Next up, EY Modding. We haven't talked about him in a week or so, and he has showcased a mod that he hadn't really talked about in a couple weeks, the JI Case 970 and 1070. Very excited about these. They're for all platforms. Klutch, show the picture.
Got the wrong link. I'm looking at the. Hang on a second. I'm going to is that the one? He's not done that one yet, right?
So it's at the very top.
Yeah, that one there is weird. Hang on a second.
So the link beside EY Modding's for EY Modding, and the link beside the Case 970s for not the Case 970.
Yeah, and that's a whole video file. So with that.
It's his YouTube channel. You can show the thumbnail.
Yeah, let's just go in here. It's fine. It's fine. DJ. It's
fine. We're professionals, mostly. Anyway,
sort of.
He's gonna have engine setups as well as exhaust, front weights, and main colors, including cream and white, which is nice. The cream looks good. White, I think, looks a little bit better. It's a little newer.
The color options on his Facebook page, unfortunately.
Yeah, should be at the very top.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Thank you. See, you're smart. I'm smart. Look at the big brain on you.
And that's just a picture, so you can click on that. Because I made that mistake this morning while I was making the video. So if you guys are looking for more classic tractors, there's a couple things that you already know. Number one, the Farm Sim Show is sponsored by G Portal. And number two, EY Modding does a great job at classic tractors.
Nice segue. Well done.
Did I say that right, Dave? Love you, man. See you in a couple weeks. So this is very exciting. EY Modding does a great job with classic tractors. I'm super excited about this. I didn't even know that JI Case was the thing, but I want it now. I want it.
I wonder what year that tractor is. I'm trying to figure out. Like, that's got to be like early 70s, maybe between 68 and 70.
It looks old enough to be
disappointed in you right now. I'm so disappointed.
It looks old enough to be like an old tractor, but like new enough to look like it was a modern tractor at the time.
I tried to set you up there, and you did not run with that ball. I'm disappointed.
Hit me with it. What do you got?
Yeah, I am disappointed.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, Tom. Here, DJ, lay it up. All right, let me get my bat out. Wrong sport, idiot. Should we keep moving?
Yeah,
Should we keep going?
Along. Let's keep moving along.
Let's keep moving on. Next up,
along.
Hispano Modding. Here's another classic tractor, the Universal U650. This screenshot's these are a couple days old at this point, but he does say that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Work is continuing on the model, but it is almost done. He does say that this was his grandfather's tractor, so he's taking a little bit extra time with this, more so than he would on like a container mod or something like that. So just be ready for this one to take a little bit longer. And yes, it will be branded for PCs and it will be Lizard for console, so everyone will be able to enjoy this.
Some old school tractors coming out. I love the guys are working on this stuff right now for Mod Hub. This is cool.
It is cool. I mean, I want to see some older big tractors, but I also know that older big tractors have like 250 horsepower. So I still can't. The size doesn't matter in that specific scenario.
It doesn't matter. How many times have you been told that before? Just out of curiosity. You know what? Don't answer.
It's not how many times I've been told. It's, trying to convince. Let's move on. That was uncomfortable.
Oh, so you're the one that's trying to convince. Okay, I got you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
How fast can you drink coffee to make pain go away?
Are you crying in your coffee right now? That's
weird. They got the top on it. Everybody just makes fun of me.
Oh man. All right. Did you want to keep going? You can keep talking. You're doing a great job of crying in your coffee.
Let's go. I want to be here. I'm just gonna play with one of the lights I got this week for the ow! Turns out this one's really bright and red.
Yeah, especially when you're looking right into it.
Yeah,
it looks orange on the screen.
Thanks,
you could read what's posted right now, just so you know.
Shut up. I got a red spot right here in the corner of my eye. Let's move on. LR modding. DB90. How many of these do we have or not have? I feel like we've talked a lot about the DB series. Do we have any?
I mean, PC does for sure. I'm trying to think. Is it any of the mod hub that are DB series? I don't know if there's in the mod hub or not. Take a look.
I'm just gonna. Searching John Deere on mod hub was a bad idea.
The funny thing is, I remember in 19 when these were released just for PC. Like people were so excited for this, any of the DB series stuff, right? Like it was the 60, the 90, and the 120, and people lost their minds every time. I remember, like anytime we put one of these into a video or a live stream, it was like, oh yeah, use the DB, use the DB, use the DB, and I'm finally getting like, I'm surprised that they're not really base game, to be honest with you.
So we got the 1775 NT. That's the newer version,
right?
But
it's not the DB series, and I think the DB is more popular personally.
Yeah, I mean, so we got the DB 120. From JHHG. That's been out for a while. A lot of 1775 NTs. I think it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, the 1775. There's a ton of those out. It's funny that the DB, the 60 and the 90 though, and it's almost the same thing, but it's not.
Yeah. No, the DB 120 from JHHG version 1. Get it right. Leave it be. July 19th last year. It was right before FarmCon.
There you go.
Bam. Anyway, so LR Modding's got us covered with a new John Deere model. The big boss is about halfway through modeling phase, with everything else still left to do, so it's very early on. It is really epic to see a DB90 being worked on. 27-meter working width on this, 36 lines at 30 inches apart. In the game, those last two stats are meaningless, but they look cool. It's still true to the real machine, which makes it that much better. If you're using John Deere stuff, 9 times out of 9 probably you want it to be realistic to real life. So hello. And LR modding, one of the best.
So yeah, I know there's some people in the chat complaining that the other one skipped or lagged beforehand. Well, hopefully we don't have that issue with the new one. Like I said, LR is one of the best one for creating this kind of stuff. So if anyone can make it authentic and look great, it'd be him. There we go.
Good job. Speaking of JHHG, we have 2 things to talk about with them this week. Not 1,
but 2.
2. The first one is with another person, Sid. I think there's Side. I call it Sid, but people still say I say it wrong.
Well, I think I think you're not saying it in the proper language is just the problem.
Well, he doesn't complain. So I don't know.
For us North American uneducated folk, it's Sid is what it comes down to.
Yeah, and he's awesome, and I love him. So they are back, and they have announced another partnership, and we haven't heard anything about the previous one that they announced a few weeks ago. But Deagle, Teagle, probably mispronouncing this as well. They make newer spreaders, belt processors, grassland equipment, fertilizer spreaders, things like that. They said they're going to be getting 4 pieces of equipment to start with, but it's not been said what yet. Still great to see more real life equipment heading our way. And this is not part of a DLC. This is just a brand partnership that they have done with the company. Boom.
There you go. I'm surprised. Yeah, another brand, I guess, in a way, coming to Farm Sim. That's kind of cool.
Yep. And they have a nice logo. I like their logo.
He's got something else posted this morning too, right? No,
if you guys play on PC, he's released his S700 and S700i PC versions. These are version number 2.0 of the mods. 44 new IC animations, land code unloading, auger extensions, Dimco powerfold, grain tank tip-up extensions, cabin and pipe flags, and literally like 1,000 other things.
Look at all the freaking buttons he's got in here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. 44 IC animations inside and out.
That's awesome.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
crazy. Check it out. Yeah, I don't use IC. I get that it's cool. I do.
Sometimes it works out so well, and other times I map the buttons wrong, and I can't find out where my IC control button is anymore.
Yeah.
First world problems, I know.
Fair enough. Anyway, so if you guys play on PC, those are available now. You can download them. I do believe he also said there's going to be an update coming for the all platform versions, but unfortunately, I don't have that written down, so don't listen to me yet for that specific thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We already talked about this next story, but go on.
We did. I told you we were going to talk about it in about an hour. So OxygenDavid says the internal testing on Court Farm is coming to an end, and that was a couple days ago. The PC version of the map will be sent off for testing to Mod Hub in the next few weeks, with the console version coming later on, likely with the first update to the map. That'll probably be in a month or 2. You guys could check out the full map tour from Daggerwin, who's done like 2 or 3 videos on it already.
You name dropping already, yeah? You're name dropping again, eh? I see how it is.
Yeah. There he is. Told you he was going to be in the video today. He just didn't know it. So you guys can watch his video, which got, I think it was like 62,000 views in a day. That was pretty wild. Yep. Of course, there may be a weird time difference with the console version. It may take longer than a month or 2, and it may be less. Usually what OxygenDavid does, and he's done this a couple times, he'll release the map on the Mod Hub for PC players. Then it basically use it as a beta test, more or less.
Yep.
And even though it's version 1, and then it will go through, fix everything that needs to be fixed, get it working for crossplay, and then release crossplay. Now this, I don't know if this is going to be crossplay, or if there's 2 different versions of the map. I assume it's going to be crossplay, but we will see. Nonetheless, well, probably the most anticipated map so far in Farm Sim history, or at least in Farm Sim 22. It's happening. So be ready for it. We'll keep you updated.
Some new animals. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a changer for sure. That's European map. Unfortunately for a lot of us, we're like, I don't want to. Yeah, you're gonna want to play this map. It doesn't matter. Don't care. Play it. Give it a shot when it comes out. It looks good.
I mean, it's Oxy. So as soon as it releases, like all the YouTubers will be playing it.
There we go.
Me.
Yeah. Did you put your hand up there? Is that what I just
I'll have a full series.
I think I may have to do that one as well. We'll see.
I'm very excited.
How many hedges am I going to crash into?
Depends on which ones have collisions and which ones don't.
So everyone that's got collisions, perfect.
They've all got collisions. or maybe they don't. I don't know. I have to be careful about what I say, because I say true things unless I don't, but that's my fault. What?
Makes perfect sense. Oh, I do know one thing that you do say for that's true every once in a while.
Thank you to G Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. They host premium game servers for Farming Simulator 22 that work on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Klutch and I have both been working with them for the past few years, and they have hosted our public and private game servers ever since. If you're looking for an easy way to play multiplayer with your friends, this is the best way to do it. G Portal servers allow you to have full control over your game, what mods are installed, permissions, and the game can be available 24/7. For Farm Sim 22, they've got a few different server options from 4 players all the way up to 16, and you can get an extra 25 gigabyte of mod space. Choose between 9 different server locations around the world to host your game, and you're ready to go. If you're interested in grabbing a game server for you and your friends, use the link for Klutch or myself at the top of the description and get 10% off all G Portal game servers right now. Again, thank you to G Portal for sponsoring this episode of the Farm Sim Show podcast. You know how hard it is to say G Portal that many times, that close together?
G Portal.
Portal.
Can you like put the emphasis on the wrong side? G Portal.
G Portal.
I don't know.
It's difficult. Anyway, tune into Tony's stream next time he streams. You can ask him. I'm sure he'll have better options than we do.
Probably not.
Boom, roasted. Let's move on. This next part's going to be a little bit more compact than you're used to. The top mods of the week.
We got a map. But kind of something that people have been waiting for.
All from today, except for one mod.
It's better. Listen, don't be complaining to me about that. It's out now and things have happened. We're happy.
I know. Anyway, so top stuff. Eureka Farms came out today for all platforms. Very, very excited about that. From TNT Modding. They actually had 3 maps came out today, but I think this is probably going to be the most popular one, at least with my community.
Yep, same.
Yours as well. This has the same extra stuff with it as the other one. My brain quit working. It's 4 o'clock. What's the other one? Box. Yeah. You have to put the emphasis on the B at the very beginning. Thanks, YouTube. So it's got all the extra goodies with there. Basically, it is a map where if you want to do as much field work as possible, if you want to do as many productions as you can, this is a map that is a lot of fun for that because it is big square fields.
Yeah, you can hire lots of workers on this one and go to town for sure.
Yes,
you can get all sorts of equipment going. Use all your productions. Go to town.
Yep.
For sure.
And it is a great map for Legacy's building that he released last week as well. So there you go.
Legacy does mods? Look at that guy. I didn't know he did mods.
Yeah, look, there he is. He's even in here right now. Totally not pandering to him.
I didn't know that. Huh. Check out Legacy AG. He loves when you call him that.
Lordy. Next, so this is kind of just personal for me. The AgroVector 37.7 from Spyco.
You're gonna try and make me find this, are you? Where is this? Is this today?
Yeah, it came out today. I mean, if only there was a link beside the.
I don't look at your links. Come on, you put these weird links in, and I feel like I'm gonna get rickrolled every time I click one of them.
No, but that's a great idea. Great map for cotton. Yep, Chris has got it, and a great map for the Colossus Harvester Pack update, which we'll talk about here in a minute. It's a Deutz-Fahr telehandler. I'm excited about this because, well, we're going to Deutz-Fahr here in a couple weeks, and now we have another piece of equipment that says Deutz-Fahr on it. I like this.
It says Deutz-Fahr on it. There you go. I didn't even know Deutz-Fahr. Did they actually make a telehandler?
I don't really know. I'll find out. Give me 4 weeks.
Let me know when you get there. I'm curious because I've never seen one. I mean, we don't have a lot of Deutz-Fahr stuff in North America. I don't think. Like I don't think I've ever seen a Deutz-Fahr tractor in my neck of the woods. To be honest with you,
I've never seen one here. That's for sure. I've seen more Massey Ferguson than.
I've never seen a Deutz-Fahr telehandler in game before, though. I think this might be the first one ever.
I think it may be the first one ever. That's why it's on the list.
Oh, all right, fair enough, man. Hello, Halman.
Halman. All right. I can just hear K-Bot saying that. It's a couple of years old at this point. And then the International 46 Series pack. So this was a mod that released back at Farming Simulator 19 from Weibel Modding, but Weibel Modding has not really done their own thing. In Farm Sim 22, they partnered up with some guys, and one of those people they partnered with is Wolfx Modding, who we have talked about pretty pretty extensively. And this is pretty much the same thing that we had in Farm Sim 19. So if you liked it then, you'll like it now. But it says Allison. It's different probably, right? Anyway, this is here. It exists. It is new. Check it out. There you go. I don't think the ratings were too good, were they?
Let me take a snoop here. 3.8, a little on the low side for sure. I don't know why. I'm surprised because usually like an old school international comes out and these get bumped right up. And I mean, they look. I do have this downloaded. I messed with it briefly. It looked fine. I don't know. You got me.
Yeah.
If you guys have had problems with this at all, let me know. I'm curious because everything that I can tell by it, it looks fine to me.
Yep.
You got me there.
Hey, I like the international stuff. First tractor I ever drove was an international.
Yeah.
All right. The first cotton harvester that I ever drove at 40 miles an hour in Farming Simulator 22, however, was the Lizard Colossus Harvesters pack update that came out today.
You and your oversized everything. It's like the Miata with special rims. Look,
not only did you just say the magic word, because they have changed it from toothpaste to special. And I'll be honest with you, I like it better because it is special.
Did I say the special word? Is that what the special word is today?
The special is the special word. The creator of the mod is in here right now. Mr. Chris S. Yeah, I did a first look on this. That's not it.
It's the
cotton. Yeah.
There you go. I love the fact that he got this billboard with the DLC teaser behind it. Hilarious. Too funny to put that as a screenshot. Yeah. Good job for that. Anyways, go on.
It's just awesome. You got trips in the front, duals in the back. It's got similar options to both of the other harvesters in the pack. But this, I mean, you could upgrade the engine to like a 1250 horsepower engine that goes 40 some miles an hour. You can harvest cotton in-game on console without doing anything crazy modded, and it just works, man. It just
I feel like we should do another cotton harvesting stream.
We should definitely do another cotton harvesting stream.
How much would we? Oh boy, well, that might be a bad idea too. I regret saying that already.
So, yeah, I'd love it. I love it so much. I appreciate Chris for sending it over to show you guys. I think it was about a month ago when that video released. I've used it quite a few times. I have 2 of these on my Edgewater save.
And look at this picture. This is like a pretty hot picture. Look at that.
Yeah.
Eh?
So one really cool thing is they've got police lights, so the beacons are red and blue, and there are strobes in the front in the bar, and it's correct. The red is on the driver's side and the blue's on the passenger side, and it just works. And then they're on the sides and on the back, but I think there's no white on the back because that's illegal. Oh, it's like
because that's illegal. Because that matters on your cotton harvester when it's got lights on it.
It's just like it's so funny because the harvester not only has police lights, but they're right. It's
right?
like it could have just thrown them on there, but they're like if it was a police vehicle, they would be correct. And I love it so much.
The things that you're all excited about just crack me up sometimes.
You can also get toothpaste tractor colored beacons.
Yeah, that's probably more what it's for you.
There were no toothpaste colored strobes though. I was very disappointed. I cried afterwards. Update. Moving on. DJ Streams, get out of here. Cotton, stop resisting. We'll see that Farmer Cop will be here in 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. That's why I'm wearing a shirt. It's not why I'm wearing a shirt. It's just it fit and it was clean. And Kraken Farm came back out today with an update. I don't know. I had a lot of people. I don't get it. I haven't paid much attention to this map. I did the first look on it, and then like that day it disappeared. And everybody's been asking me why. I'm like, I don't even know who the modder is. So I'm sorry. And
I like to look at the fields. I haven't even played on this map before. I think I saw it, and I'm like, that was the first thing I noticed was the way everything's laid out. It looks nice. I don't know. Is anyone playing on this? It looks like an interesting map to play for sure.
Yep. The thing is, the change log, I think, kind of gives us a hint of why it was removed. So, new save game required. Additional mod download has been required. I don't know what it is. I think it's the British farmhouse. They've altered some decorations and stuff like that. But the one that I think may have been a reason why it was removed is reduced field prices by 50%. And I wonder if maybe they were just a little bit expensive. But
maybe.
I've never known a map to be removed because the fields were too pricey.
It just makes the game more difficult, I guess, but...
Yeah, it's Farm Sim 23 at that point.
Ouch.
I love coins!
Yeah, you're corny. Oh, boy.
I'm that guy. I'm the person that causes trouble when it comes to microtransactions. Like, whatever, just pay for it. Moving on. PC, all right, I gotta pull these screenshots back up.
Bring yours up. We need to see yours.
It looks so good. 82 Studio hooked it up, man. Dude, it's so good. I'm so excited.
Actually, Bronkema sent me a picture of one too that I can show, but it's not quite as NASCAR as yours.
Look, man, get out of my NASCAR. Says my logo on it. Sponsored by G Portal or something. Get on out.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, the Wardrobe Plus mod was released this week.
It's a PG all over it. And this one does too.
So you can edit your own wardrobe now for PC and add some stuff, add pictures to. I don't know. It's just like the base game or the base level clothing, right? So
Wardrobe Plus is just this mod. You can add your own designs to the shirts, and there's a file that you open up and then swap some stuff out, move it around, and do your thing. However, 82 Studio sent me this stuff, and this is toy like a toiger. It is swagtastic. Also, someone else sent me some stuff too. Hang on. The Logging League.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not sponsored. They sent this stuff over to me to show off as well.
That's cool.
So got the Thrustmaster thing on there. I love how Thrustmaster was chatting with us. Were they talking with you as well? They were talking about showcasing stuff from the Platinum DLC.
Yeah.
And then like one day they just quit responding, and then we see Thrustmaster sponsoring line. We're like, well, I guess that's where all that went.
They realized that the Farm Sim show was not for them.
So yeah. Anyway, so this is super cool. Unfortunately, it is, at least this is PC only, because of course they won't let you put DJ Go Ham all over everything. That being said,
well, how would you even load that in on console? That's the problem, right?
It's just a mod. But
yeah, but you have to edit. You have to use like Photoshop or a similar program to edit, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, well, is you need the Wardrobe Plus mod.
Yes. But I'm just saying, in order to get your logos and stuff on console, you would need, like, there's not a way to import images into the console, is what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah. So you could always send it in for testing. So I wonder if we're going to see some extra stuff. I don't know how this is going to work, or if it's just for fun. We will find out. We will see. I don't know the answer. I just know that's awesome. And 82 Studio, you're awesome.
This is something, like, I know we've talked about this in the past, like having more clothing options and more customizations in Farm Sim for the clothing stuff. We just kind of assumed, and I think we talked about this at the start, and I don't know if we were talking to anyone else, like any modders, and they're like, oh no, it's locked, you can't mess with it at all.
Yeah.
And now to see this, it's just kind of, it's kind of opened something up now that I don't think, I mean, this is not new clothing in a way.
No, it is the clothing that's in game with your designs on them.
Yes. So it does change things, but it's not like you're getting different types of clothing in game. So can we open, I mean, that would be something that because they have done this with all, like, a lot of the DLC packs. They add a piece of clothing in, or a couple pieces of clothing, right?
Yep.
But there's never been like a clothing mod or pack that's been thrown at us. this might be the start of that, potentially, maybe.
Look, Chris, all you got to do is say Marcel. We know who you're talking about. All right. Go watch David's stream.
So go
David
watch.
Should be streaming
82 stream.
I'll jump in whenever he starts streaming tonight, and I'll just bug him to tell everybody again. Also, Marcel, if you're here, what up, dude? I appreciate you. He helped me. Marcel helped me a lot this week. So shouty outy,
Mr. Marcel, you are owed a few brown waters for that, because
we discussed that, and he said, "Well, you'll be here in a month.
You better get your wallet out.
You're right. I'm gonna be so much in debt when I go when I leave.
Get your wallet out.
Mr. Marcel's just gonna be walking around." And then the tank container mods that came out. They came out the same day the Wardrobe Plus mod came out. These are exactly the same as the tank containers that are already in for all platforms. However, these have some non-licensed brand names on them. So exactly the same, but if you're on PC, you got.
Pretty cool.
That's about it. That's all I know.
Those are fun.
That's everything I got about everything.
Is that it? That's all you know?
Yeah, because there were no top PC only mod updates. And
no, there's not. I have been finding the third-party sites and the third-party mods have been slowing down a little bit. I mean, there's a couple maps on what was it that are been coming out? Emerald Valley, Emerald. Oh boy, chat. Emerald Creek, Emerald Valley. PC only came out earlier this week. Interesting looking map. It's over on Mod Nexus.
You know what? Here, I know exactly
you got the
what mod is the third party.
Oh, you got one, do you?
Yeah, Legacy Eggs, 4-pip monoslope, 1,000 head of beef cattle, baby. Yeah, it came out.
Yeah, this one ain't bad. I mean, if you're gonna go after a cattle barn, why not go for this one for sure?
Yeah, that's
a lot of cows.
I don't really know many third-party modders, so I know this one, and I talked about this.
Emerald Coast. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Emerald Coast came out as well this week, and it's nice looking map as well.
There you go.
You can go put Legacy's cattle barn on there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so I'm gonna ask you a question, and I don't think you're gonna like the answer that you have to give me.
All right, fire away. I love the sounds of this.
What videos are you doing this weekend?
Wow, I mean, let's get started. I mean, there's going to be the one that does the thing.
And
you have the one after that where the thing that happened before is not going to happen again, but it's going to be something that's kind of close.
Right. But like, you don't release videos 2 days in a row, so I know half of that was crap.
This is true. Huh. Yeah, I never thought of it that way before. So I'll let you think about that, what I just said, though, and you can go forward with that, and you'll figure out which videos will be coming out. But I mean, there will be some live streams. That's a thing, and maybe we'll see if we can make the Bale monster again.
That's good. That's good. What would you do if I told you I only had 3 videos coming out tomorrow, and one of them is this podcast?
Shut the front door.
Right? I didn't know you was going to say that. I was a little scared. Yeah, no. So I have... I talked about this at David's stream last weekend, but I actually haven't talked about this anywhere other than my Discord. So, yeah, talk about it a little bit. I found out the hard way that if you make 20 to 21 videos a week, your life sucks. So I kind of ran into a problem where my video last Saturday sucked. It was real bad, and I am sorry. I did not make a good video, and I left it up to remind myself of what a bad video looks like on my channel. And for the haters out there, shut up, get out of here.
It's all about what's that word when you talk to people in your comments, and regardless if it's good or bad?
Oh wait, you do that?
No.
Anyway, so I have gone for Monday through Friday. If it is not a mod video, if it's not a news video, and it's not talking about a DLC like we have this week or a game patch, something like that, basically that's going to be it. I'm not going to make an extra video just to hit like a daily quota of 2 videos in that day. I want to make sure that if the video comes out, it is worth watching, and like, all right, DJ just dropped a video, I need to go watch that real quick. And on the weekends, I have a Let's Play for Saturday morning and a Let's Play for Sunday morning. And both of those are going to be about twice as long as they have been. So there's less of them.
Too many videos on your channel. I don't know how you do it. Guys, I don't know how he does it. I really don't.
I still got a couple extra videos. Mobile channel has gone to 4 videos a week. There we go. So it's on 4 videos a week. There we go, right there. And looks weird holding it up like that, doesn't it? So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, that's gonna go for the next week, and then after that, it's probably gonna go to Saturday, Sunday only. Man, there's just nobody watching those videos, so either they're crap or nobody cares. It's one of the two, but something's up. So I'm not gonna waste people's time, that's for sure. Anyway, so I'm trying to make sure that the videos that I put out are worth it, and they're also good, not just you say quality over quantity, but I try and do a quantity of quality, and I just don't. I can't.
You can't do it all the time. That's not possible. Not when you're trying to push out that much content. It's impossible to keep the quality up. So I don't disagree with your decision.
Right. I hit the I hit that little wall Saturday morning. I was reading through the comments of the Let's Play. I was like, ooh, this is not good. People don't like this very much. And some people could look at that and be like, all right, we'll take a week off and just like get it situated. And for me, I was like, I got to figure this out in the next hour. So that's the decision I made. And the thing is, I don't think anybody even noticed anything this week.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
I mean, I saw links. I saw your videos come out. I mean, I looked at them all and I saw the thumbnails.
Yep.
I mean, and I clicked all the videos, watched all the ads.
Aw.
Oh, wait, I have premium.
Well, that's okay, because you actually do better if someone has premium and they watch the video.
There you go. Yeah.
Kind of cool. Anyway, so trying to make better stuff for you guys. I saw somebody say, "Is the game room ever coming back?" I will have one video in at the end of June, early July. I will have one
video,
but it's gonna be a good one. I've got, I think it's like 100 or 200 wheel spins on Forza. I've been saving them since August last year. So I've got all my VIP wheel spins and every single other wheel spin that I've earned since then. And every week I buy 2 of them in the shop thing. So I'm just gonna open all of them in one video. The funny thing is, the same day I'm gonna drop a video on DJ Go Him Shorts and the main channel, and I think the Lego one, if I can remember the password.
Whatever DJ Lego's channel is.
Yeah, Builds by DJ. I got one video. I think I have 70 subscribers. Anyway, so like while I'm gone, I'll release one video and like all at the same, maybe even the same time, just to troll everybody. Be like, wow, I just got 7 notifications from DJ. They're all different channels. Unsubscribe.
You don't have to worry about that for me, guys. There's one channel. That's it.
Yeah. So I'll do that. Also, while I'm gone, I'm going to do a studio tour. So things are a lot different than they were the last time this year. So I'm going to do another video, and that'll release while I'm overseas. So
what counts as an accomplishment? That's a good question.
Look, it's different. Anyway, trying to bring back DJ Go Him. So that's the thing. I'm trying to do less work, not more.
Good luck. So, I don't think you can do it personally. I'm gonna pull on that one. I don't think you can do it.
Well, I mean,
I think you're just gonna get sucked into it. And you're gonna start making more videos. You might make a new channel even, knowing you.
So I was talking to Kermit earlier this week about Farm Sim 23. And I was like, yes, the videos on Farm Sim 23, they're not doing good. And they're not doing as well as they were before the release, because everybody wanted to see it. Now there's 50 million people playing the game or something. I don't know. That's probably way more, but it's just a joke. But I mean, nobody cares what I'm doing with it. So
yeah, there's a certain few channels I think that are focused completely on that, and they've
Extreme Gaming Favor. Check him out. It's like 120,000 subscribers, and all dude does is make more videos than I used to when I started doing YouTube.
Yeah,
on Farm Sim Mobile. So if you want like 5 to 7 videos a day, check him out. Extreme Game Favor.
Yeah. So there's definitely some channels that just do that stuff, and they seem to have the market on that, which is all good. And I can't record the mobile stuff because it's I'm on my phone. I'm like, I want to be away from my studio on my phone playing it, and I don't want to be in my studio playing because I want to play Farm Sim 22 in my studio.
Yeah,
so.
It is. I will say, so I plug in to a capture card from iPad, and I'm doing a 1920 by 1440 aspect ratio for those videos, and I'm doing it on my main monitor, which is a 27-inch 4K 144 hertz monitor. It's a great monitor
for your iPad.
Yeah. Well, okay. Look, not through the capture card. The capture card. I'm running it through a 4K capture card just so I can get the pixels that are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But it's still like a square that doesn't even go to the top and the bottom of the monitor. So when I record those videos and then I turn around and do a mod video or do a let's play for the weekend or something, you start playing again, you're like, oh man, Farm Sim 22 looks so good.
It is a little bit of a shock to go back and forth. I agree,
but
on a big screen,
I'm still loving playing the mobile.
It's tons of fun. Like I said, it's on my mobile right now. I'm playing through on the European map on that one. It's a great time. It's a fantastic game. So if you guys don't play it or haven't got it yet, you're looking for something to do in your spare time, just download it. It's on iOS and Android. It's once again $8, right? Like,
yeah,
definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Humble brag on his gear, I know.
Hey, if you're gonna stare at one monitor all day, make sure it's a good one. Treat yourself. I think that's all I got. Oh yeah, the sit stand desk that I think is lost in the mail. Thanks, Secret Lab.
I don't know. I mean, I can't, with the way my stuff's set up, I can't do a stand. I thought about doing that. I'm like, I would love, because if you've been to my streams, you know I like to stand up and move around a little bit. But yeah, I don't know how I would set that up otherwise. I have too much crap in my office. I'm
kind of changing everything up a little bit. So right where I'm at right now is the Farm Sim New setup.
Yeah.
And then right here is my editing desk.
Does anybody else have a stand-up desk in the chat? Just wondering if you guys ever use a stand-up desk, because I feel like I would like to have it, but I just worried that the novelty would wear off.
So it's not a novelty. It is for personal health. Because I sit down all day, and then when I get up, I go in that room down there, and then I sit back down again. And I sit down to work, and I sit down to relax. And at some point, I need to stand up and be type of active. I got my bike in there, so I ride the stationary bike once every day for about 20 to 30 minutes until I get bored or tired. Got a YMCA membership, going to play basketball once or twice a week now. Like I'm trying to be a little bit healthier. My watch, I don't think we've done a show since then, but my watch told me that my resting heart rate was too high and I needed to improve my cardiovascular health.
Oh, and there you go.
If an Apple iWatch told me that, I was absolutely terrified to see what my doctor was going to say, and she was not any better. So DJ's trying to be a little bit healthier so we can live a little bit longer.
Hey, fair enough.
There you go.
I'm curious to see. I'd be worried, like with me at least, I would probably use it like the first couple of weeks with the desk up, stand up, and then go sit back down, and eventually be like, I don't want to stand up right now. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna move around anymore. I'm done. I don't know.
So, Matthew's got a thing here. So I have actually a plan. I'm gonna be using the desk probably for about a month, maybe through to the beginning of August. And then I'm actually going to be looking into a under-desk treadmill. My little cousin's husband, he has one at his work or at home.
Okay.
He has a standing desk and he has a little treadmill that goes under the desk. And he walks on the treadmill and does his work. And I was like, oh, that's not a bad idea. And my fat butt could definitely use the work. So, but the only thing is I'm not sure I could type a script and walk.
While walking.
Yeah, I don't have
Could you do like a voice prompt where you like talk to it? Talk to your PC while you're doing your script?
Oh, so I was doing that. It's funny you mentioned that. So either on the iPad or on my phone, I would load up Google Docs and I would do voice to text. But the problem is Google doesn't know what most of the modders' names are, nor does it know what the tractors' names are.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, I was having to basically spend the amount of time I would write fixing all the errors. So I just went back to type. Actually, I got a new keyboard in today. I've been using the 815 G815 Logitech.
Yeah.
And I've got the G915 as well for wireless mode. I got a little 10 keyless in there for the 2 PC setup. But I got the clickies.
Yeah, you're saying that.
And I don't know if it's just because I was trying harder, but the clicking is so cool. And it works so well. And it's like it took me a second because I was real slow with it at first. Because when you're normally typing, you're using muscle memory.
Yeah.
But with this, you're using muscle memory and you wait for the click to say like, okay.
Yeah, you get some feedback, right? You get audible feedback.
But man, it took me like a few minutes and I was just.
You sound like a cat, by the way. On that note, I think it's a perfect time to wrap the show up. Oh boy. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. Go check the mods that we talked about, of course.
I need a new channel. Life Stories with Uncle DJ. New channel.
Trademarked.
Gosh. There you go.
Yeah, don't hate too much on the new DLC, I guess, is the this theme of the show today. Yeah. We'll see what comes out. Like I said, you never know. Be more than what you're expecting. It's possible. You never know. I still want to see drying my hay in the field, please. We
will definitely show you everything about the DLC once we get it, once we have permissions to show. If they want to send us previews after this show today, I'm not sure they will, but we'll find out. Yeah. So we will show you everything, every single thing that you want to know about the DLC. Yep. And best thing, ask us questions. You've got the poll still up on your channel, I'm assuming?
It's over on the community page. Yep, there's a poll there. So
if you haven't voted on it, please go do it. I did it yesterday. I like the faces. That was fun.
Of course you do.
Clicked them all and then found my favorite one. And we thank you guys for hanging out with us. I know this is on Friday, so Fridays a lot of people want to get moving and go do what they want to do. I know as soon as this show's over, I'm off till Monday. So I'm kind of excited for that. I'm going to go in there and play Grand Theft Auto. So,
shocker.
Yeah, there's new DLC coming out on Tuesday, June 13th. So I got to make sure everything's ready to go. I need to make some money. Nonetheless, we love you guys. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for supporting our channels. And thanks for letting us bring you guys fun stuff and be honest with you when there's stuff that maybe we don't like so much. And that everything. More stories from Uncle DJ.
More stories from Uncle DJ. We will not be a show next week. I don't believe. No Friday for sure. So maybe a video if we do that. I don't know. We'll see. But definitely no live show next week. Yep. So
and then the Friday after that, we should be good to go. Again, Farmer Cop gets here in 3 weeks from today, and I have no idea when he arrives.
We'll figure that out when it happens.
Yep. Hey, speaking of, Farmer Cop's going live in 30 minutes. Classic game mode.
There you go. Check it out.
Yep.
Farmer Cop will be live.
Cop will be live.
Thanks to you guys. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a great weekend and cheers to you guys. Nothing else. There you go. It's got hearts. Aw, it's so cute.
I could see you put your headphones on, so I knew you were gonna be a jabroni before we even started. I gotta hear myself doing the thing, and if I don't hear myself doing the thing, it's like, ugh, I just gotta look at this like dude. And I don't know if it's working, and sometimes you get really quiet, you don't know if it's gonna work or not, but then you get really loud, you're like, compression, yes! You said so many words so fast, nobody heard a thing you said there. It might as well have been just yelling into a can. But I got it. See, the good thing is you didn't have to understand what I said because I said what I said. I understood what I was saying while I was saying it. The most important thing is I heard what I was saying before I said it. But you can almost hear me like breathing in the background. If you hear that, like sometimes the voice thing works with it. Sometimes the voice thing does work with it. Yo, I've had so much coffee today. This is awesome. Wow. I am so glad this show is over. Holy. I mean, we could go. It's only 4:31. Farmer Cop doesn't start for like 30 minutes, right? The good thing is, you can still hear me breathing in the background. That's so weird. I don't even like it. Yeah, are you breathing? I don't think you're breathing. It doesn't sound like stop and take a breath. Seriously, I think the longer you go and talk, the higher pitched your voice goes, and then your voice is annoying. You know, it's really crazy because I got asthma, right? And usually people with asthma can't just go like, you know, it's just like just talking and stuff, but like I could just keep going for hours. I don't even know what